Yeah.
Yes, I saw that some pics of yesterday,
Okay.
and yeah, I saw everyone, and I was
Yeah,
missing everyone.
everybody really missed you, really.
Yeah, I too missed you all very much. But okay, we are meeting every week, so.
অনেকদিন পরে দাদাকেও দেখলাম কালকে। দাদা আমাকে
Hmm.
বলছে, দেখেছো বিউটি স্পট হয়েছে আমার। যে বিউটি স্পট হয়েছে। হ্যাঁ,
চোখের
ফেসে
যে দাগগুলো যায়নি তো।
হ্যাঁ, একটু সময় লাগবে এগুলো।
বিউটি স্পট, ইয়েস।
আমাকে বলছে। আচ্ছা, হ্যাঁ, এবার পার্লারে যেতে হবে তো। এগুলো ঠিক করছে।
Yeah,
যেতে
yeah.
হবে, আরো মাসখানেক লাগবে হয়তো টাইম এগুলো।
Hmm. Yeah, and like but I'm so grateful that at least I will be seeing all of you every week. So that's fine. That is my consolation prize. Okay.
হুম।
So yes. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Monica Bodhi. Good evening, Momita. Good evening, Anandita. Good evening. Who is this? This is Bonoshri. Good evening. So today I will first introduce Momita to all of you. So Momita, you might be seeing her
Hi,
posting.
Dee.
Hello,
Hello.
Momita. Say hi to
Hi.
everybody. So you must
Hello.
be seeing.
Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing good.
Yeah. So I'm so grateful to her. She has volunteered to post messages in the group, and she is sincerely doing that since a week.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's my pleasure.
Yeah. And before we start, do we have Tonmoy, Meenakshi?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay, but I think I will hear his experience. We will hear his experience a little later because some might join a little late. And Tonmoy would like to share his experience of how he got his emptiness finally.
Yeah, last time he told me that.
Yeah, and every day he's getting, it's like, almost every day he's getting he's experiencing emptiness during the meditation.
It might
Yeah.
be because last time she was not beside me.
Maybe.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, the emptiness created when the wives are not there. I get it. Yes, you are correct.
Then I
Okay.
will go to India and
Yeah, you come to
live
me.
here. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
So, yeah, we'll hear from Tanmoy a little later. Now we are going to, hello, Bodhi. I can see you.
হ্যালো,
I can see you. So nice to see you, Bodhi.
কেমন
Okay.
আছো?
ভালো আছি, বৌদি, ভালো আছি। তুমি কেমন
হুম
আছো?
হুম, ভালো।
সবাইকে
তোমার
দেখলাম কালকে পার্টি পিক্সে।
হ্যাঁ, তোমাকে শুধু দেখতে পাই নাই, তোমাকে অনেক মিস করেছিলাম। তো
আমি
সবাই
অ্যাটলিস্ট পান্নাদা ছিল, তবুও
সবাই দিদিকে
অর্ধেককে তো পেয়েছি।
অনেকের পক্ষ থেকে দিদিকে গান ডেডিকেট করা হয়েছে। পান্নাদা তোমাকে একটা নাইস গান ডেডিকেট করেছে। ভাল লাগে গানটা, তুমি শুনেছো মনে হয়?
ডেডিকেশন কি গান ডেডিকেট করেছে?
পান্নাদা করেছে ভাল লাগে গানটা, তুমি শুনেছো মনে হয়?
ওকে।
ওই যে কি যেন, ছেলে তোর কোকড়া কোকড়া চুলে।
This is this is all show from him. Don't worry.
এগুলোই
Okay.
করছে এখন একা একা ঘরে বসে বসে এগুলোই শুনছে।
But I'm so grateful that I heard this song like Swagata. She shared me yesterday that
হ্যাঁ।
she dedicated. She's not there, but she sent me the song today. Because like
Yeah.
the moment I heard that song, she said this is the song that I dedicated for you, and the song I just I just saw the video and I started crying. You
It
know,
was a very emotional
I
song.
became so emotional. Yeah, I'm going to save that forever because of her so much love. Yeah, and I could see Anandita in that video.
আচ্ছা, কালকে কিন্তু স্বাগতা এটা ডেডিকেট করার সময় স্বাগতা নিজেও কান্না করছিল।
She was also crying during that.
উম,
I was also crying when I saw the video today. I will post it in the YouTube permanently to keep it. Yeah. Okay. All these emotional part aside, let's focus. Let's focus in victories of our life.
আচ্ছা, কালকে যখন ডেডিকেশনটা করছে, সবাই ডেডিকেট করছে, তা আমি আমি মনে মনেই ভাবছি যে আমি একটা ডেডিকেশন করি, একটা একটা ডেডিকেশন হোক সংযুক্তার নামে। ভাবতে ভাবতে আমি জাস্ট বলবো, তখনই দেখলাম স্বাগত একটা ডেডিকেট করছে।
আচ্ছা।
তাই বললাম, আমি তো জিনিসটা ভাবছি, তুমি করলে, যাক ভালো, করো করো। তো করতে দেখছি ও কাটছে। আমি বলছি যে আমি লাস্ট পার্টিটাতেও, আজকের পার্টিতেও আমি ভীষণ মিস করছি ওকে আসলে।
না, এখন let's not become emotional. Although if I cry, then I will not be able to concentrate. I love you enough. You love me so much. I'm so grateful for that. But now come back, come back.
Let's try to go to emptiness by crying today.
Arundita Di.
Anindita Di will be first.
Oh,
Anindita Di will
seriously.
go to emptiness very fast today.
This session becoming a funny session. Okay, okay, good. We at least Tanmoy has helped us to get into that heart chakra opening. Okay,
Yes.
we have laughed so much that our heart coherence has happened naturally. Okay, so yes. Okay, where was I? So today I'm going to focus on Upanishads. Okay, Upanishad is a very, very, very powerful. Upanishad. It's like a series. They are series. There are so many Upanishads. Mandukya and so many Upanishads. Today we are going to touch the Isha Upanishad. Before that, we want to know: does anybody know what is Upanishads? What are Upanishads? Who wrote them? Any idea? Who wrote the Upanishads? Okay.
I will go to ISKCON temple today. I will ask them.
These Upanishads were written by great enlightened masters, many, some 2,000, 3,000 years back. Very, very enlightened masters, they wrote these Upanishads. It was like a download from the universe. Okay. So when they said for meditation, it was like a channeling from the universe. They got to know the deep wisdom of the universe and that's how they wrote the Upanishads. Okay, let us understand Upanishad. It's so deep, it is so deep, yet it includes everything. It includes the material life of ours, it includes the spiritual life of ours, and it doesn't say we have to exclude this to get this or exclude this to get this. It's like a whole, bringing it together. Okay, so the difference between wholeness and perfection. Okay, so wholeness is about, wholeness is something, it is never like, it's like love. So have you seen, the more you give love to others, the more you feel love in your heart. So it never reduces. Wholeness is like, it's always complete. It never becomes, and it is always in the here and now. You are whole in the here and now. The Upanishads talk about the main crux, the main root of Upanishad. So there are many books. Okay, but it's like a tree coming out and explaining so many ways. But what they are explaining at the end is that you are complete just the way you are. You don't need to do anything extra to become complete or whole. You are whole just the way you are. This is the crux of Upanishad. Okay, and perfection is like, perfection is like, I have to waste today, I have to suffer today, I have to work very hard today to make a beautiful future tomorrow, to make a perfect life tomorrow. Okay, perfection is always looking towards the future. Okay, and it is a myth. Perfection is a myth, because tomorrow you reach a point and then you will see this is also not perfect. You need another, there will be another point where you want to reach perfection. Okay, so, but Upanishad talks about wholeness, it's about talking about completeness. It is talking about the here and now. That in this moment itself, you are whole, you are complete. Okay, so let us understand the meaning of Upanishad. Hmm? The Upanishad the Upanishad, the word Upanishad means sitting down close to a master. It is a communion. Okay, so a communion means so there is a difference between communication and communion. Okay, communication is like when I'm talking to you, I'm exchanging information. It is like using mouth and all this thing. This is also important, okay? But in deep communion with the master, that's what we do, right? We meditate together. We are communing with each other through the hearts. We are no longer using our words, yeah? So Upanishad talks about there, where it is a deep communication between the hearts of the master and the disciple. Okay, and this is the meaning of Upanishad. So then Upanishads, how are they written? Okay, Upanishads, the first Upanishads were written in Sanskrit. Okay, that's why Sanskrit is like a jewel. They're called, it is one of the, it is not just one, it is the best language in the whole of the world. Why is it like, it's the meaning of Sanskrit. The very word Sanskrit means transformed, adorned, crowned, decorated, refined. But remember the word transformed. See, so what are the meanings of meaning? The Sanskrit word itself has a lot of meaning. Okay, it means crowned. Such beautiful language it is. It's called crowned, adorned, decorated, refined. That's why when people speak in Sanskrit, it feels as if it is like a song they are singing up and down, up and down, like Bengalis. We Bengalis, we don't have to do anything. Our language is also like that. We sing when we talk. Many people this Tanmoy was talking about ISKCON. One day I went to ISKCON and there was this English lady. She must be from Denmark, and she was saying, I told her that she was asking that what is your language. I said my language is Bengali. He said Bengali is, and she knows, and she said Bengali is the language, the way they speak is so beautiful and so it's like a poem that they are singing. So Upanishad, Sanskrit is even more beautiful than that. It is even more, sophisticated than the Bengali language. Okay. And now Sanskrit language is called Devavani. It is the words of the gods. And they also have powers. That's why when we use these mantras, right? Om Namah Shivaya, Aim Kleem Sau. Okay, these words, why do they have power? Because they are Sanskrit words coming, and they each word in Sanskrit, they are very, very powerful. Okay, as for example, the word Ram, the Ram itself, it's like, every word there will be a root, and from there also there will be many meanings. The same Sanskrit word will have a lot of meaning. Okay, so we say the Ram, Ram, Ram. Even there are mantras, there are initiation of Ram Thakur where we use the word Ram. But the Ram, what is the meaning of the word Ram? Why does this give so much of power? The Ram can mean first to be calm, second to rest, third to delight in, fourth cause delight to, fifth to make love, sixth to join, seventh to make happy, eighth to be blissful, ninth to play, tenth to be peaceful, 11th to stand still, 12th to stop, to come to a full stop, and the 13th, God divine, the absolute. Yeah, that's why when we say Ram, 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 somewhere deep down, we transform, our life. Okay, so these Sanskrit words are like Devavani. Yeah, and even they are written is in Devanagari script. So Devavani written in Devanagari script. So Devanagari script is like, it is the meaning of Devanagari means the place where the gods live. So can you imagine if the scripts are also like, it's the script of the gods, that's why. And why do they have so much of power? Because this language was used by the enlightened people to write the most enlightened words of the divine. They channeled, and that's when they, and channeled through these words the the most important word that the divine wanted us, wanted them to convey. Okay, that's why they have become very powerful. Sanskrit words and these mantras, they have become so powerful. Okay, now we come to the understanding of this Upanishad. It talks about, let us understand what this Upanishads talk about. The Upanishads talk about that, the world is has a lot of duality. Okay, there is this God, and the God manifests in the world. It is not that, and it talks about both are whole. The God, I told before as well, the God was getting bored, and it says, I want to create something, and it created himself. He created himself. So what it means that he was whole, and he created whole. So even the world is also whole. It is not okay, ये थोड़ा नीचे है, भगवान से नीचे है वर्ल्ड, वैसा नहीं है, बिकॉज उन्होंने ही अपने आप को फिर से यहाँ पे क्रिएट किया है. तो गॉड भी होल है, वर्ल्ड भी होल है, सोल भी होल है, बॉडी भी होल है. इसलिए कभी किसी को डोंट टेक एनीथिंग एज इंफीरियर एंड सुपीरियर. ओके, समटाइम्स वी से नो नो नो, बॉडी तो ये तो नश्वर है, so we should only worry about the soul. So many people, when they get into spirituality, they forget taking care of their body, because they now start thinking that, okay, now it is only my soul which is important, my body is not important. Okay, but the body is also important. Okay, absolute and the manifest, it means the absolute is the God, and the manifest is from where everything is popping up. The eye, the table, the chairs, everything that is popping up, your kids, your everything that you see around, everything is the manifest. Okay, absolute is the God, and from where everything comes up is called the manifest. Okay, sorry, unmanifest and the manifest, absolute and the relative. What am I saying? So absolute and relative, what I want to say is that absolute is this whole which is always there. Okay, and relative is which is always changing. Okay, always changing is that your emotions change. Okay, to now this moment you are sad, the next moment you are happy, the very next moment you want to kill somebody, the third moment, you will feel like going out and having fun. So our emotions, our anger, our thoughts, they keep changing. So it is relative. Okay, but absolute is that inner silence. So what we achieve during meditation is this absoluteness. What is absolute? Absolute is also the witness, which is watching all the emotions and the thoughts. Okay, हम लोग जब बैठे हुए होते हैं ना, when we are sitting and closing our eyes, and we try to observe what is happening. The thoughts are moving, the emotions are moving, everything is moving. Okay, and I am witnessing them. The I which is witnessing it is the absolute. It is unchanging. Did you see? It is unchanging. It is neither crying, nor sad, not angry, not furious, nor confused, not jealous. It is not. When we become a witness, did you see? It doesn't have any, it can see that the emotions are coming in and out. It can see that the thoughts are coming in and out, but it is just witnessing. That is the divine. That is the absolute. That is the unmanifest part. Okay, and the manifest part is the emotions, the thoughts, and everything. So then how can we find? So in this ever-changing world, when we are going through so many ups and downs, see how much we go through ups and downs. Even Tanma said, when Meenakshi is not around, I get my emptiness. Yeah. So in so many ways, he's just joking, but in so many ways we get ups and downs, right? But how to make sure that even in that up and down, how can we still get that unchangingness? And mostly, there are many of my friends who have reached out, and they have challenges with their partners, they have challenges with their kids, and there is so many ups and downs in their lives. Okay, then, and it makes you very, it makes you very it makes you schizophrenic. It can lead you to schizophrenism, because it will make you focus on what happened with somebody 2 days back, or what is going to happen in the future. You're so worried, you're fragmented, your thoughts are fragmented all the time. It is fragmented, either it is going to the past, something happened, somebody scolded, somebody did something to me, or or I'm going to experience something in the future, worried about your job or something. It's always fragmented, and there is no peace. How to bring that peace even in this chaos, and we exclude this. We don't say that hame ye nahi chahiye. Upanishads never say we don't want these relative things which is happening around, but it is about having a beautiful dance between the relative and the absolute, कि जब भी थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया है, let me go back to the absolute. How to come back to the absolute is meditation. When everything is moving, but I become a witness, I no longer get affected because I'm a witness. I'm not the emotions, I'm no longer the thoughts, I'm no longer the emotions, I'm just a witness to them, what is happening all around. Okay, and that's how it brings the peace, the calmness back into our life. Okay. Okay, another thing, the Upanishad seers. So Upanishad, it is a misconception that, it is a big misconception that these seers were told like it is still there in many of us, you have to renounce to become a yogi, or you have to renounce to become, these seers, these big seers. But what in reality is that these seers never renounced anything. It automatically got detached from their lives. Whatever needed to get, detached from their lives, it automatically got detached from their lives. But it is a misconception that, these seers, they renounced everything, they meditated, and they attained enlightenment. This is not true. Okay. What it is talking about is that it's like naturally through meditation, when you regularly meditate, I'll give you an example. Instead, Osho was so misunderstood. Osho says, for many yogis, they say that you should not be having, any physical intercourse with your partner or anybody else. You should now renounce everything, and you should live a very yogi life and all these things. And then what happened? There are stories where these nuns and these priests, okay, because they forcefully renounced sex. Okay, they said, okay, today I am a nun, so I will never have intercourse with anybody. They forcefully did it. These nuns, long back, they used to have dreams where devils used to come and they used to have intercourse with them, and they were punished. And the next morning they were asked, did you see a dream like this? And if they had seen a dream like that, they would have, they were put to death, saying that, okay, now the devil has attacked you. But in reality, what happened is that they had suppressed it so much, now that because it has gone to their head, and they started dreaming about intercourse and all these things. Okay, that's why this is not the way. Okay, this is not the way of real spiritualism and the real seers where they talk. They said that enjoy everything, and when you're meditating, slowly and gradually, everything will, it's not that everything will fall off, but you will no longer be attached to it. You will enjoy everything, but at the same time, you will no longer be attached to anything. Okay, this is real renouncing. Okay, where you don't forcefully renounce, it goes off on its own. Okay, and yeah, so it's like what they say. See, they are talking about, I'll just read out the passage so that you understand what these seers used to do. It is good to be in the world. That is the message of the Upanishad. The Upanishad seers were not ascetic. Of course, they renounced many things, but the renunciation came not through effort, it came through understanding, it came through meditation. They renounced the ego because they saw that it is just a manufactured entity by the mind. It has no reality, no substance in it. It is pure shadow, and to waste your life with its stupidity. So what they renounced in reality is the ego. The ego always wants to associate, it always wants to possess things. Okay, it always wants to say that this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. But what like these Upanishads teach is that enjoy everything, thinking that it is a gift from the universe. It is not yours to possess. Okay, enjoy everything, and also whenever you don't have that thing, also enjoy that time as well, thinking as if, oh, I'm free from it. Okay, I'll give you an example. For some reason, my Copenhagen home, okay, after a certain point of time, I started, anyways. My lagna in astrology is Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius lagna. These people need a lot of space in life. Even if they're loving people, loving everybody, they also need their own space. Okay, and on top, I've been meditating for so many years. Okay, Sagittarius is the sign of, it is called the sign of guru, right? It's connected to the sign of guru. So it's like the Jupiter, it needs a lot of space, the planet Jupiter. And on top, we had this almiras at home and so many things at home, and I had these dresses and everything. After a certain point of time, there came a time I felt like I want to throw away all my dresses. I want to throw away everything that is in my home so that I feel a lot of space there. Okay. This is what happens. It's like, it's like you don't feel like owning anything. If it is coming, use that dress, enjoy that dress. You can see me. I will not say that, I have left everything. I love to dress. I enjoy wearing beautiful dresses and the way I look. I like to look, but at the same time, I'm also not very attached to it. Aaj agar this dress I have to give away to anybody, I would very happily give this dress away. If somebody asks, or if sometimes I just feel, okay, today I want to clean up my house. So what I used to do in Copenhagen is that I used to pick all the dresses, put it in a bag. There was this, what is that called? This Lions or something, no? The charity. And I used to dump that there because I would pick up all my shoes. One fine day, I would suddenly realize I don't need so many shoes. Why do I need those shoes? And then, naturally, see, this is happening naturally. I don't force myself to do anything. So this is what it is talking about, that you will naturally feel like giving away things. Okay. At the same time, enjoying. At the same time, I'm buying also a lot of my dresses whenever I need to buy, but not holding on to anything. Okay. Then why is India stuck? Okay. Another thing. Okay. Another problem. Okay. There was this, I will give you an example. There was this, I was like, training a few friends of mine, to how to manifest and, dream about their future, create a good future for them. And there was some message which went to a group, and one friend, she retaliated and she said, we should not think about money so much. Okay. Why do we need to think about money and manifestation and all these things, And I said, and she very frequently goes to Himalayas. Okay. She stays there, come back, she works, again, she goes back. So I asked her, where do you get the money to travel to that place where you travel every month? It must be very costly. Okay, so we should not be foolish of, thinking that we should renounce anything to become yogis. Yeah, that's what here it is also saying, that of course I am against that. What has happened in the 3,000 years, that is not true culture. That is a deviation. That is ugly. Okay, in India also, some are not real yogis. Okay, they are just saints, false saints, who teach about, I will renounce this, and because they are so scared. I'll give you another example. All this Sabri okay, Sabri, have you seen? The women are not allowed in temples. Sleeveless is not allowed, short dress is not allowed. Okay, in ashrams, so many things, there are so many restrictions. This is not allowed, that is not allowed. It is because the men are scared that their primal urge will come up. Okay, but in reality, it is that even if it is coming out, experience it, overcome it, and get out of it. It is also natural for people to feel that primal urge, and at the same time, you work on your enlightenment process. So this also happens with money. So yogis were also, yogis told everybody that you should not think about money. And that's why here, this is a book of Osho where he says that's why India has been poor for so many years. India, Bangladesh, and Pakistan, this was a whole divide, whole India. It is because they were taught money is not good, you should not, it is not good to think about money. And that has made India poor, that has kept India a slave for 22 centuries. that has made India so starved, unhealthy, unhygienic for the simple reason if you teach people that life is not good to live, it is only worth renouncing. It has no value. The only value it has is to renounce. It is the only virtue to be anti-life. Naturally, life is going to be suffer. Life is going to suffer. Okay. So, but Upanishads in reality don't teach this. It doesn't teach this. It teaches that enjoy both the worlds beautifully. Okay. Now I move on to this to the understanding of the quote. Okay. Purnam ada purnam idam purnat purnam udachyate purnasya purnam adaya purnam iva vashishyate. Okay, this is the first quote of Upanishad, and as I said, this is the root of all the books that Upanishad has. This is the main crux. If somebody understand this crux, I explained in the beginning, right? This crux that you are whole. Anything you cut from whole, it is also whole. It doesn't become half. It is not mathematics. Okay, mere paas, I have 20 rupees and I'm giving my 5 rupees to somebody, so I'm left with only 15. I don't have the 20. That is an external calculation. But in the world of spirituality and in the world of internal world, it is always whole. You have love, you share love with others, you'll see you feel so loved. You have wisdom, you share wisdom with others, you get so much of wisdom yourself. Every week I read books, I share with you, but I see it doesn't it's I'm still whole, right? I think it is even more expanding in my life. I'm learning more. My wisdom is growing because I'm sharing with everybody. If I used to think, no, 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 I only want to become happy, I don't want anybody to become happy, let me keep all the knowledge that I have to myself to manifest, it is a secret, then it says it's like a well. If you don't use the well, it dries up. आपने देखा है पिछले दिनों में in the past there were well, and the more you use the well, the more from separate channels, these fountains, they come up and they fill up the well again. But if you stop using the well, the water in the well becomes dirty. That is how our life is. We are always whole, we are always complete, we are always beautiful. Last week also we spoke about, right, the meaning of worth, that nobody can take away your worth. Nothing extra you do can take away your increase your worth. Okay, you are always worthy. You do something, you don't do something, you are worthy. Okay, then I move to this meaning of Om. Okay, this word Om, it starts with the whole this Isha Upanishad. It starts with the first word Om. Okay, Om Purnam Ada Purnam Idam Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Iva Vashishyate. It starts with the word Om. Om is a word which it says that it is a soundless sound. If you sit for meditation, especially without music, sometime early morning, okay, I suggest early morning, sit for meditation without music. Sit for 5-10 minutes. You will slowly hear a soundless sound. It comes like that. It keeps repeating, especially in Copenhagen. Now to hear, there is a lot of sound, but in Copenhagen, I used to hear that, and it used to give me so much peace. It is called the sound of the divine. Om. Okay, and and it has no word. It is a u ma. It's a wordless sound. Okay, and it comes at this is how it goes. It's AUM. Okay, and okay. Okay, so now what I would explain is that what I'm talking about, that enjoy this dance of both the material and the spiritual. Okay, the life has to be a beautiful dance between the material and spiritual. We cannot say I will only be materialistic. We cannot say I will only be spiritual. We have to have this beautiful dance. Huh? And see how this is such a beautiful quote. So how do we do this dance? So and become one. Okay, so it is like when they are like two lovers in a deep love embrace, merging, melting into each other, the manifest making love to the unmanifest making love to the manifest, when the manifest and the unmanifest are no longer two, but have become one. So then it is no longer, we then no longer differentiate between the physical and the non-physical, and we think that both are one. I'm just enjoying. And the how it's a very beautiful way of explaining कि आप कैसे enjoy करोगे. Now you also need to know that how will I enjoy, okay? How will you enjoy is that it's like, winter morning. If you remember your Bangladesh or India time in the winter mornings, okay? And we used to, sit under the sun, soak the warmth of the sun, and we used to be there. And then the moment we feel, oh, it's too hot, we would go inside, okay? And again, and then when we are inside and it's feeling too cold and dark and drab, we feel, okay, it's time to go out again. Let's enjoy the sun. Okay, this is how you do the dance between the spiritual. So that is why starting our day with meditation, reading books, sajjana sangatya, doesn't mean you will not do anything else in the whole world. You'll also enjoy parties, you'll also enjoy friends and everything what you need to enjoy. But that also has its own time. Okay. So mysticism, it is not either or, but both. So this is what it says. It is not either or. Okay. It's not this is whole, that is whole. It is not spirituality whole. Materialism is not whole. Or materialism is whole. Spirituality is not whole. It is not, in real world, hum hamesha bolte ki either this or that. Okay. But in spirituality is let's have both. Let's have both. Sometimes there's so much of like, friendship. बचपन में होता था ना, हम बचपन में हमारा हमारा होता था कि she is my friend, you cannot talk to anybody else, okay? So but it is so childish, especially in friendship. I'm not talking about partners, but I'm talking about this. So the more you give love, the more your love will be, so it's like this is your best friend. But at the same time, when you're also loving others, everybody equally, your love will increase even more to give back to your best friend even more. That's why, I don't understand the idea of that this is the only person that is my best friend. I have, I have very good friends, okay, very close friends. But for me, I feel everybody, I love everybody equally. There is no, I cannot differentiate thinking that, no, this is a little less, this is a little more. No, when it comes to everybody, we have to see everybody equally. And this is how, even in terms of other things I said, right? So everything is whole and whole. Love, giving more, it doesn't become scarce in your life. Okay. And it is about, so Osho uses this beautiful word called become spiritual materialist. Okay. And he says, both are extremes. This Karl Marx, he will say there is nothing called consciousness. There is everything material. The consciousness comes from material. Material is the main thing. Okay. Karl Marx will say that is the way the materialistic speaks, extreme. And another extreme is the spiritualist. Oh, everything is Maya. So you don't need to, this world is all Maya. So you should forget about everything. Just get into meditation and forget. Okay. This is how, Berkeley talks about, that, and Berkeley speaks that way. But what we need to do is that bring that balance of both, enjoying even the Maya. Why we not enjoy the Maya? The Maya also is so beautiful. Like having friends, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it fun to have friends? Isn't it fun to have a baby or a partner or somebody? So enjoy that Maya. But again, the very important point is that to be not attached to it, to not possess it, okay? To not feel that this is my son, okay? And it is very difficult, but that is the beauty. The more you become detached, at the same time enjoy everything, the more happier you will become, okay? So, and how do we do that? It is like, it is like that lotus flower, the flower that blooms. Have you seen the lotus flower? It blooms in that muddy pond, but it is untouched by that muddy pond. The world is like that. It is that muddy pond. I would still not use the word muddy pond. Then it feels again it's bad. But it's that water, untouched, and it is still up. My spiritual cell is still up. I'm enjoying the whole world, but I'm above. So it is also that aeroplane, they say, right? It's a rainy day. It's all rainy, and everything is dull and dry here. But the plane which goes above the clouds, it is enjoying. It has no turbulence, no rain, nothing. It is just going. It is still in the world, but not in the world. This is the beauty of spirituality. In the world, again, also not in the world. Having that balance. Okay. So yeah. So what it talks about now, the another para, okay, of this Isha Upanishad, it says, at the heart of this phenomenal world, within all its changing forms, dwell the unchanging Lord. Okay, that I already shared. This is the para, that everything is changing. Life is changing, people are changing, their emotions are changing, friends are changing. So many things. My life has so much changed, right? When I moved from Copenhagen to here, everything looks so changing. Change is the only constant, they say. But there is one thing unchanging, deep down, this witness, this absolute self, that which is watching all the change. It is unchanging. Yeah. And there is another para. Go beyond the changing and enjoying the inner. Cease to take for yourself what to others are riches. So it is saying, now go beyond the changing. It is so changing, right? It becomes, sometimes it will make you schizophrenic if you're always fluctuating with the changing. Somebody is saying you, oh, you're such a nice girl, you are so good. That's why we keep fluctuating. That's why we always look for validation, because we are so dependent on the external world. Somebody says, oh, you're good, then you believe you're good. Somebody says you're so bad, then the next moment you become sad. So it's changing. But what we do is that, so he says, so go beyond the changing and enjoy the inner. Cease to take for yourself what to others are riches. So then go beyond enjoying the inner. Cease to take for yourself what others are riches. So it means that don't take these things very seriously. Enjoy everything but possess nothing. Don't think that, okay, this fame that has come to me, it should stay with me forever. The moment you think that, oh, everybody should love me forever, this is, I cannot let it go, this fame name, then that is the problem. But you can enjoy, if somebody is praising you, loving you, enjoy that material life. But at the same time, don't be attached. Tomorrow if somebody says, 2 days back, 2 3 days back, somebody called me for counseling, and she was very worried, okay, because somebody said very nasty about her family, and they tried to malign her, and she was very upset. And I said, there will never be a day where nobody will speak. It's not possible that everybody in the world will speak nice things about you. There will, no matter how good you do, the best you do, there will be somebody to pick up some problem about you. They will say, this is what you have not done correctly. Okay. So then if you keep looking at the outside world, the changing world, you will always suffer. And when I explained to her, she said, yeah, you are so correct. I did not realize that. So this is what we should always be aware of, not get not get affected by the external, understanding that we are like that lotus, untouched. Okay. Then, okay, we are almost at the end and this is still running. Okay, let me just finish it as soon as possible. I think we'll stretch by maybe 15 minutes. Because it's such a beautiful, Upanishads are like jewels, friend. That's why I don't want you to miss it. So yeah, so I will share this beautiful story, okay? And before that, I will share this, that this also I have personally experienced. When, as for example, when these dresses are not there, in my house, and I feel one day I picked up so many dresses, and I gave it to that what is that called? Can you remind me of that charity? There's some Red Cross, okay? And I dumped a lot of dress at Red Cross. I felt so free, friends. That day I felt so free. I was feeling so heavy and I felt so free. So what it talks about also is that the dance, where you should not be very sad when it's gone as well. Enjoy whatever is happening in your life. Enjoy whatever you have, all the material things, that, or the love, or anything, friends, partners, everything. Enjoy when it is there. At the same time, when it is not there, enjoy the freedom. Okay. Do women not say? So many of my friends, they say, oh, when my husband is not at home, I feel so free. Isn't it? So, it's a joke, but enjoy everything. Enjoy both. That's what it says. Don't possess. Don't become owners of persons or things. Just use them as a gift of the universe. And when they are available, use them. When they are not available, enjoy the freedom. When you have something, enjoy it. When you don't have it, enjoy not having it. That too has its own beauty. And really, who said this? Minakshi or Tanmoy? Okay. Okay.
আমি
Yeah. And not just you, Minakshi. So many of my friends, they tell me, I've heard that. Oh, when my husband is not around, sometimes I say, when will you go to office? Please go to office. Why are you not going to office today? Sometimes we say, right? Why are you not going to office? Or you should not work from home so much. Okay. So this is what, enjoy the freedom. Okay. So and even so this I've cracked a joke, friends, but seriously, you know, especially again, there is so many things that comes when you have a job, enjoy. Monica Bodhi is asking me, how about you? Yes, it is the same with me, Bodhi.
We all are same.
Yeah. So, yes. So,
No, Monica Bodhi is very dedicated to Nonida.
No, we all are same.
I never seen him for a single time in single. At least in the gathering. One more.
Gathering, he likes to, come. He likes more
Okay,
than me.
okay, Bodhi,
But
I understood it. Thank you.
I'm going to India alone. This is the first time.
oh, wow. Yes, I heard that they are going to have a blast. I heard, Bodhi. After you leave, they are going to have a khichuri party.
They make yesterday
Yes.
like this.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that.
Hmm.
Yes.
So,
So, yes. So like I want to share is that, see, sometimes we are so upset when we don't have a job. But see how much freedom you have when you don't have a job. You can do so many things when you are in a job you can't do. Enjoy that. So I will share you a beautiful story now to understand. Enjoy even when it is not there. Enjoy. Okay, that is another kind of a freedom. Okay, so here there was a Sufi. Okay, sometimes these Sufis and you witches in places when people don't understand, they are very ignorant people. Na, they will not accept them. Okay, so these Sufis were traveling with he was traveling with his chelas, and these chelas, for 3 days they were in a place and nobody offered them food because they thought they are not good people. I think they are not, they are something very, all these black magic type people. So they were not given food, water. For 3 days they were not, without food, water and everything. Okay, and even without food, water, these Sufis, they said, you don't understand, this is what I must have need. So sorry, even without food and water, the Sufi said, quote, I'm quoting, thank you. How can I repay you? I feel so grateful. The Sufi is saying, okay, I feel so grateful. Thank you so much, God. How can I be so, how can I repay you? And the Chela said, what are you saying? 3 days we have not eaten, and still you are saying all these things. And the Sufi replied, okay, you don't understand. This is what I must have needed for these 3 days. God always gives to me whatsoever I need. Sometimes we need the lessons when we go through those pains, those challenges, especially as spiritual people, we need those lessons. That's why we are going through that pain. And that's what he said. God doesn't give what I want, but he gives what I need. This must have been my need. Otherwise, he would not have given it to me. I'm thankful for it. He always takes care. He does not bother what I desire. He always gives what he feels is right. I am thanking him. 3 days fasting, 3 days no shelter, for 3 days the open sky with stars in the desert. Then now he said, I can see no shelter, nothing but open sky. How beautiful it is. Sleeping in the desert, and no wild animal has attacked us. And why are you looking so sad? It must have been our real need. Okay. So this is how we should accept everything, enjoy this dance. Okay. Then there is this quote, this 2, 3 quotes. I'm just finishing it fast so that we can start with meditation. We will extend for another 15 minutes. Continue to act in the world. You may aspire to be 100. Okay. So in spirituality, 100 has a beautiful meaning. Okay. 100 means 0, 0. 1 0 means this, another 0 means that. 1 0 means God, another 0 means the manifested world. Okay. 1 0 means absolute, which is the witness, and the another is relative, which is the unchanging world. That is the another 0. Okay. But for us, we have to merge both of them together and become one. It is like the dance, like that I told you about the winter mornings. We go out, come in, go out, come in. Like, whenever I need spirituality, I meditate. Meditation should start my day, my books, and everything. Whenever I feel okay, now it is time for me to go to the material world, then I come out. It's like coming out in the sun, taking the warm bath, bath of the sun. And then again, I realized, okay, too much of chaos in the whole world, so much of fights with the boss and all these things. It's again time for me to get back to spirituality. This is this beautiful dance of 2 zeros, and the one is that bring both the zeros together and make the one. So this is the quote of this Upanishad, what it means. Continuing to act in the world. Continue, don't stop acting in the world. One may aspire to be the 100 and become that 100, where you become one. You learn the dance of this 100. Thus, and only thus can a man be free from the binding influence of action. Okay. So where you don't own anything, ego is something. When we do everything from ego, when we think this is what is mine, that is what is mine, when we possess things, that's when the ego comes. And ego jab bhi aata hai na, karma binding ho jata hai. It's a karma created, and it will be stuck, and we will not be able to attain enlightenment till we break it. So what it is saying, that do everything, but understanding that nothing is mine, everything is a gift from the universe. Okay, whatever is happening from the universe. That will help you to become karma free. And the last quote, in illumined indeed are those worlds clouded by the blinding darkness of ignorance. So this means that don't get into the ignorance that material life is everything, and spiritual life is nothing, or the spiritual life is everything, material life is nothing. Understand, this is an ignorance. Come out of this ignorance and understand both is whole. This is also whole, that is also whole. Both are beautiful. You just need to know how to dance. So we have 2-3 more minutes. Tanmoy, I would like to hear your experience. Today the man is taking banner up. Tanmoy, share in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then we'll start with our meditation. Your experience the last 5 days we meditated together, and Tanmoy was unable to get his emptiness since long time, and how he got his emptiness.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Thank you. Actually, I have nothing special to say, as Shanjuktadi, as you heard all these things from Shanjuktadi, but I just want to share my own experience, what I experienced at least last night, last morning, while I was meditating. Actually, I was in the meditation from since 1 year, at least 9 to 10 months. Not regular, but nowadays I'm trying to be regular more and more. But last night, actually, what I experienced, actually, to do something and wake up this time 4:30 is not, that's not me. But to do meditation is just make me, and even before Kamalika or before Minaki, I just wake up for these last couple of days. I have to do this. So this is very nice experience actually. And while I was sitting last time, actually, before that, actually, it was very struggling to me to concentrate on deep breath. But last time, actually, I could do that, and I was like that instead. That okay, I can do that, and I just concentrate on deep breath and concentrate on the presence. Actually, just try to forget everything in past and what's coming in future. Try to think about presence, and that's the way I could concentrate on deep breath and open the heart chakra. And most of the time, actually, I think I tried to do that, and by having that, once upon a time, I realized that nothing is on me. At least physically, I feel completely empty. I am feeling that I'm just floating somewhere. And once upon a time, it's just my experience that yeah, I am just sitting in front of God and Goddess, and they're just I'm just playing with them. Yeah. So
Wow.
I felt really very happy in that time. And yeah, I wrote to Didi that Didi, I felt like that. And so this is my experience. Actually, just concentrate. It's not suggestion. It's my experience. Just by concentrate more and more on deep breath, or being myself, and feeling the presence. Nothing much on past and what's coming in future. This is the way we can. At least I can day by day I can concentrate on my breathing, and yeah, and by the way, I'm getting to reach in emptiness most of the time during my meditation. So, and I think one more thing, actually, um, I feel that it's too much positive to start the meditation in the morning, early morning, because during the day I tried last couple of months, but it was not that much effective, at least personally for me. But in the morning, early morning, it's very much effective for me. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can also try this if you
Yeah,
want.
yeah, because the time when they start, it's like the Brahma Muhurat. Brahma Muhurat is a time also which when you can very easily slip into emptiness as well. You can, if people are new and they want to learn, and they want to enjoy the emptiness, it's very easy. It's a very, very potent time, Brahma Muhurat. Okay, those
Yeah.
4:30, 4:45, very, very powerful time. Yeah. Thank you so much, Tanmay, also, pointing this out. And others,
And
if yeah.
and even I also shared with you that if you don't close the music, I think I might be next
Yeah.
couple of hours, more hours, hours and hours might go, but I might sit down and just
Yeah. So he was so deep into
close the music.
meditation that, he said that for many hours I could have just sat and meditated. Another thing, I'm also grateful to one of my masters who has guided me. Okay. So he actually told me that, that some, like, see, Sundays I have to guide because I take a class, I take a study, and then I guide because there are many new people who don't know meditation. They join new, I guide. But the morning meditations, if you are free, please join, because that's the time I don't, I don't guide. And because I don't guide, and because I'm a very old, my spiritual practice has started 23 years back, and I'm not boasting about it, but it is very natural for me to get into emptiness. So what happens is that, and I like, my energies can also support others to get into it. It's not that I'm not talking that I have become a guru and I'm supporting you. It is very natural. It's science. Okay. Because I can very easily get into emptiness. So I am grabbing in a lot of energy. So when I'm grabbing in an energy, I'm also transferring and sharing energy with everybody. Okay. And when somebody explains to me with science and with so much of love, then I get it. So, and I got it, and I've really experimented, and this has worked. So it is also my experience that, this has worked. Okay. So thank you so much. So others also, if you can wake up early morning during Brahma Muhurat, challenge yourself, get up and meditate with me. Okay. Can you at least try? Okay. So we have 10 minutes more. We will do a quick meditation. Thank you so much, Tanmoy.
You're
I
welcome,
think.
Dinesh.
Thank you very much, Donmoy. He's an inspiration. So let us start.